Most sales are lost before the conversation even starts. 99% of sales are lost because the conversation never starts. Why? It's because you, the seller, flip the switch, start talking, start promoting, start telling, and you haven't even asked them what it is that grabbed their curiosity, that brought them this to their attention, or what they might be thinking. You have nothing to say until there's a space in which the buyer can receive information. So when you go from being human to spokesperson, you're setting yourself up for failure. When you stop asking, you start telling. And you know this behavior. You've seen yourself do it. You've seen the behavior and you see it not working. Are you open to changing it? Well, here's a common problem nowadays in the world. A lot of people click funnels, right? And when you get that click through, you're going, oh, I'm excited. Wait a minute. All you got was an email. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know why they clicked. You don't know what caught their attention. How many pieces of information do you have in that funnel? And they're sitting there thinking of one thing and you're thinking of the whole thing. They just may need a piece of what you have, or what you said prompted a question, or what you said made them think maybe this is the solution they're looking for, not the other. But you have no idea of their own mind frame until you ask questions. So what you want to be sure is that you're asking the right amount of questions and the right type of questions, open-ended, in order to discover what they need, not what you want to say. You will always know something to say, but that may be the wrong thing at the wrong time. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what's going to help you. So I'm Marla Koupal. I'm an expert in sales fluency. I want you to subscribe to this channel so that you know the next time I go live, so that I can give you these extra tidbits to shift your thinking, shift your action, and get more sales. So I'll bet a lot of you know the moment when the buyer's not tuned into you anymore. They sit there nodding very politely. They're just waiting for you to stop. You've been there? You got that situation in your mind? That's where you want to be. They're not sold. So you need to figure out why not, or is it even something that they're interested in? So they're really skimming your words when you talk to say, is this person even going to say anything that's going to catch my attention, address my issue? Do I want to sit here in this crapshoot of words and figure it out? Or do I just want to stop them? Or do I just want to walk away? Those are the options your buyer's thinking about. So stop the spam words and figure it out. As sellers, we miss the cue. We miss what people are really looking for because we don't ask. So we spew forth features, benefits, costs, deals. But wait a minute, they don't even know if you are the answer yet. So what we have to do is find out what it is that's really going on. What matters to them? What is it that they've thought of or already tried? What is it that they've thought might be interesting to learn more about? What are the other things that they still have concerns about just overall in their search for this item? In any of those particular moments, you have quite a bundle of things that you can talk about. And you can realize very, very quickly that it's too soon to talk about your features and your benefits. Going into a doctor's office and the doctor says, okay, here's a prescription for penicillin. And you're going, wait a minute, you haven't even asked me what's wrong. So how do we prescribe as sellers if we don't even know what the buyer is interested in, what tripped their trigger, what made them respond to you? Seriously, don't ignore the buyer. You need them. They need to be the other part of the transaction. So most often, I think the way to summarize this is people do not trust a solution that is not tailored to them. So your first objective here in the sales conversation that is going to work, it's going to fit into one of those 1%, is to make sure that you're going to be able to come up with a tailored solution. And you can only do that if you ask questions. When you ask the right open-ended questions, you're not fishing for ways to get them to say no. You're fishing for ways to get them to say yes. You're fishing for what is it that's going to help them clarify their need, clarify their interest, clarify what they might take action on. See, your job as in sales is to clarify their yeses and nos. I'm never afraid of a no, because a no actually gives me more guidance. It's just like anything else. You get a little bit of a no, and then you don't push back. You go and say, okay, what didn't work here? So then you ask another question and another question, and you work around it till you get to the core and the heart of what it is that they want to get done. Really, when we are going for yeses and nos and helping with clarification, we can't push. We can't sell. We can't become that sleazy salesperson that many of you are afraid of being. Helping the buyer think things out. We can't convince when we're helping the buyer think. We can't persuade when we're helping the buyer think. So why not use open-ended questions and create one of the most powerful sales conversations you'll ever be able to do? So create that clarity, get them to all of their yeses and nos. And remember, a no could just mean, well, I got to go check my budget because I really want everything you have, and this is really great. And I came in expecting to spend this, but I'm going to spend this. So give me a moment. Well, yeah, don't push at that point. My gosh, they've already told you they're buying. They need to do this. So what's the yes you want to go for after that no? You want to go for the yes that says, okay, how long do you think that'll take you to figure that out? Let's set a time to get back to you because it sounded like you really want to get this going. You need to start it. It really sounds exciting that you've decided that you could use more. So be sure that you're not chopping your sale off because you're urgent to make that sale today. Your urgency is not your buyer's urgency. Additionally, if they're hesitating, as you know many people do, that hesitation means they haven't asked all the questions yet, but they don't necessarily know what the question is that they need to get out. So you have to go and say, I see you're hesitating. You got any ideas about what that's about? And then they'll eventually think about it and they'll come up with it. Whatever that answer is, then that's where you work from next. So the next time you're tempted to explain or to educate someone, stop. Instead, ask, before I tell you how this works, do you mind if I ask you a few more questions? So in the beginning of the conversation, just always be sure you front-loaded your sales conversation with all of the knowledge you can get about your buyer. Your front-loading of and asking open-ended questions is actually the way you'll make more sales. And then you'll jump into that 1% that's being successful. Just subscribe to this channel, hit that bell so that you know the next time I go live. And let's see if we can't tune up your sales fluency and increase your sales volume.